Good morning, welcome to Totter. It's our final Totter before we break for Christmas. So join in with us, do what you can. Make sure you've got space around you. We're using some tins today. I've got some aerosol cans of disinfectant. So just goes to show you can use tins or cans or weights, whatever you've got at home. So we can adapt.
I just love you.
So let's sit forwards in the chair. So sit forwards in your chair. Let's give you some lovely exercises to get you warm, get you mobile, and that's it. So start by lifting your heels. So we always do the same kind of warm up. We need to mobilize your joints and your muscles, make them warm before we move a bit more. So it's always good to do this. I'm going to move back a bit so you can see my feet. So lifting up one heel and then the other. Think about your posture. So really work on your posture today. So, you know, we can slouch, and if we're slouching, we're rounded, our backs are rounded. We're not engaging through the core. Okay, so, and that's tough on your back and on your core and all the organs inside your body. So we're going to engage through the belly. So pull in, lift up through the ribs, lift up through the chest. Keep breathing though, because this is when you hold your breath, and relax the shoulders down and back. Tuck your chin back just a little bit. So don't exaggerate these positions, is what I'm trying to say. Because I say to my husband, stand up straight, and he goes like that. So that's not what we want. We just want up straight, and then tuck your bottom under, relax your shoulders down. So it should feel nice for you. It might feel too much for you if you're not used to sitting like this. So feel free to just come out of it and come into a full back rest at any point, because that's just your way of recovering, and then come back into this position. Okay, we're going to add in the arms. So opposite arms. Lovely. I need some music. Have you got any music, Owen, please? Just something.
Something jolly and fabulous, Owen.
I know we haven't. Thank you. Excellent.
I like watching Beryl do a little marchy arms.
You look pained, Beryl.
It's always good. No, I think I like her arms.
Oh, I like your arms. You look like you're in pain. Right, we're going to go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Keep going, one side. Okay, other side. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, change sides. Heel, toe, change sides. Heel, toe, heel, change sides. I know, making your brains work today. So we're not going fast, but we're changing sides. Is that at the bottom? Is that Peter? Are you struggling, Peter, or are you okay? Or are you frozen?
Frozen. It's frozen.
Yeah, he's come out. He's already gone out and come back in again. Keep going. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Okay, march. Just the legs. I want you to peel, roll through those feet, and peel your foot up, and then push into the balls of your feet. That's it. Push and push. So lift the heel, push forwards, lift and push. So bending at the toe joints. Lift and push. Keep going. So a gentle lean forwards as you push down into the feet. Helen.
Am I being really noisy? I'm really sorry.
That's it. Okay. Just let's come to the shoulders. So roll through the shoulders. So a big roll. Forwards, up, back and down. So you can start small, especially if you've got clunky shoulders, painful shoulders, whatever you've got going on with them. And it is nice to move them, isn't it? If we're stiff and sore, we just keep them still and then they just get even more stiff and sore. So just some movement. Okay, let's make it bigger, and we do that by lifting the elbows, taking the elbows back, and just go within your own ranges. So if you can only go a little way, that's fine. If you can make it bigger, go bigger. Okay, can you make it bigger? You might not. If you can't, that's fine. So taking the arms up, back and down. And easier, and I keep saying this to you. Back and down.
I think he's really struggling to get in.
Back and down. That's it. And then can you brush your hair? So that brings more of your shoulder in. It's kind of a...
I'm going to say, good improvements on Caroline.
All
She's
right.
quietly, consistently cracked on. So I can see you improving, Caroline. You're doing really well, love. Oh.
Okay, let's come into a shoulder raise. So we're just lifting the shoulders and softly dropping them. And then lift again. Softly drop, push the fingers down. So nice and gentle. Push down, lift and push. Lovely, keep going. It's good to keep these shoulders moving and work through the muscles in the neck as well here. Big push down, lift and push. Okay, take your feet forwards and wide, and we're going to come into that lovely lean down towards the side as if you were picking something up from the floor. Side and side. Excellent. Side and side. Are you having trouble, Peter? I can see you'll keep freezing, but side and side. That's it. Lean. Try and keep your knees nice and still, or push them out wide. So that, what I mean is they're not coming in. Okay? So you've got a nice stable base of support. Can you reach a bit further? And then lift the other elbow up. Good. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Excellent. And then pop your hands on your thighs. Circle. Cliff, you're standing. So little semicircle with your hips. So that like half a hula hoop. If you can, keeping your knees nice and soft. Otherwise, I think everybody else is sitting, or Peter, I'm not sure if you're sitting or standing. So if you're standing, it's this little hip movement. Let's reverse direction.
You do look like Santa today.
Do I? I just want to put my red top on.
Santa's elves.
Reverse again. And reverse again. Now, I want you to be at the front of the chair, and I'm going to get you to lean forwards. Keep your chin lifted. We're going to lean back a little bit, and you should have a little bit of a way to go. Cliff, if you just hinge from your hips, just a little forward bend.
So lean in a little bit, Cliff.
That's it.
That's it.
In sitting, we're doing a bit of a mini sit-up, a bit of a crunch here. So really engage the muscles in the belly and lift forwards. Pull back. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. We're going to work off those mince pies before you've even eaten them. I think I've only had one. I do like them though, don't you?
I think we need to go and get some. Now you've said it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you just look at your clock?
No, I've got a call. That's it. Fab. And then, have I missed anything out? I don't think so. Let's come to the front third of your chair. And we're going to come into our lovely little sit stand. Cliff, if you want to sit or come into a squat, that's fine. we're going to take our feet behind us, lean forwards, lift the bottom off. Oh, and Peter, yeah, have a sit down. Little push off, but not into a full stand. Even if you can just go forwards and push down through your feet, squeeze through the legs, that's good. You know that you can take your arms forwards if you need a little bit more weight in the front of your bodies to get you forwards. You can push down if you want to. I think it's quite hard to push to get you up, but you might need to. Keep breathing. It's like Father Christmas is coming. Oh no, he's not. It's just a bird down the chimney. That's what happened to us one year. We were in the bedroom and we heard all this stuff coming down the chimney, and it was the birds. But the kids were little, so it was quite cool.
We have a noise like that. Turns out it's a furry thing that's living out in the house somewhere.
Yeah. And then you find bones at the bottom of the fire.
That's not creepy at all.
Bird bones.
Oh, well, that's disgusting to us.
Well, no, only from what or things that the birds have picked up. How are your legs? Are they all right? Have a little rest. Oh, I can feel that in my knees today, can you? Right in my knees. Maybe I didn't have my legs. So just a little bit of a tip. Sometimes if your feet are too far forwards, you put too much pressure in your knees. So if you can take them a bit further back, not sure. And then push through your feet. Really push down through your feet. Push as if you're pushing the floor away from you. And that lean forwards. Does that feel better? Try it with different positions and then have a rest, and let's try that little staggered position. Oops. So we're going to take 1 foot forwards and 1 foot back. Oh, my hat's going all over the place. And then try it that way. Now that feels a bit kinder to my knees. How does that feel? No. If you don't like it, have a rest. No, have a rest, Margaret.
Adapt.
You've got a lot of stuff going on with your lovely legs, so give it, just have a little break, have a rest. Swap legs, put the other leg forwards and the other leg back, and a little push. Oh, it's not so good that side. Might be because we've worked our knees a bit more. Good, have a rest. Sit down, just rest out those knees. Oh, give them a little bit of love, give them a rub.
Do some knee extensions.
Okay, so sit back in your chairs. Helen wants to do some knee extensions, leg extensions. So sit back in your chairs, and then we're going to straighten the leg, just one leg. Point your toes first of all.
Can I just stop it? That is a knee extension. That's not a leg extension.
Right. Oh, what's a leg extension? That one.
It's back. Is.
What's a right?
So leg extension is your leg behind you.
Okay.
That's
okay. Cool. My bad. Lifting the leg, straightening the leg. We're doing a knee extension. So just one leg. Straighten the leg. Point the toes. Drop it back down. How does that feel? Lift and point. Drop it down.
I used to say to my dad, this would be like kicking someone in the bum.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to encourage, because what we're trying to do here is shorten the quad, shorten the front thigh muscle. So my dad was a wheelchair user, so it would be like try and kick somebody, try and kick dad, and he would try and lift that leg.
Swap legs.
So even on your stroke leg or the weak leg, give that a go.
Yeah. Make sure you swap legs, because otherwise you'll be.
And then toe in. Just giving you some ideas.
Yeah. How does that feel, that side? Not bad.
It's a nice one for you, Jenny. It's hard, so I totally get it. This is it is a tough movement pattern.
We're going to swap legs again, and we're going to flex the foot this time. So bring the toes up and then lift and lower. Let's swap legs, because that's easier on your legs. So you're almost sliding the foot away, straightening the leg, lifting the toes towards the kneecaps. So slide, lower down, slide.
Sue's coming in.
And push away. slide, push away. So really focused movements through the legs, and you can do these when you have 2 weeks off for your Christmas holiday. Right, rest again. Good morning, Sue. Rest again. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to turn our toes out and point the toes. So turn the toes out, bring them back in. Swap legs, toes out. I'll show you from the front. Lift, toes out, slide in, toes out, and don't push them too far out if it's uncomfortable, especially if you've had like hip replacements. That might feel a bit too much, so just a slight turn out. You can adapt it wherever you need to, and then have a little rest again, and then we're going toes in. So again, hip replacement people, it might feel quite uncomfortable, and it's not for everybody. If you don't like it, if it's uncomfortable, or if it feels like a bit like you shouldn't be doing it, don't do it. Just stay with the regular lift, straighten. Toes in, slide back. Toes in, slide back. Toes in.
How does that feel outside of the hip?
Yeah, it feels uncomfortable, I would say. And actually, so I can feel it into my groins. Can you?
Yeah, because this is where it tinkers with the joint capsule.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one, but it means that if you think of your thigh bone, caveman shaking the thigh bone, it's the big knobbly bit on the top of the thigh bone.
Yeah, it's that bit inside that
it's
sits
that
inside.
bit, and that can be a little bit wonky and out of shape as we get older. So it's not always a fun thing.
And a bit irritable if you've got arthritis there as well. So
yeah.
Have a little rest. Right, shall we get up to standing? So if you're going to stand, now is the time. Grab a drink if you need to. We're going to stand. As always, pump your heels. Let me just grab a quick slurp.
Slurp.
Chris, I only want you standing if you're safe today. If you're not feeling it, then don't. Just sit. Or stand in front of your chair, so that with a chair in front of you, so that you can sit at any point. I just need you to be safe. And you know, it's okay to not do things as you were doing them before. We all go through different phases of where we need a bit more recovery time, or we can't do so much one day, we can do more another day, and we have to adapt. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, because we need to go with our bodies, and sometimes our bodies are telling us you're tired or you need to do something else, and that's fine. So let's march. So this time we're lifting the feet up a little bit more. You can hold on to your chairs. If you're sitting, think posture and come into a march for a little while, and then you can rest and sit back into your chair. So lifting through the chest, lifting, engaging through the belly, lifting through the ribs, tucking the bottom under. Now that feels a bit odd trying to do all of that while you're standing and marching, but it's going to make you strong and steady and upright rather than leaning forwards. Okay, feet nice and still, hip width apart. We're going to push one hand out and then bring them back to center. So make a fist, pull one elbow back, push the other fist away. Now slow down and take your time, because I want you to really feel that rotation through the ribs and feel that big pull back and a push forwards. Relax those shoulders, drop those shoulders down so they're not crunched up to your ears. Big push pull and a big push pull. And you can take your eye gaze over your shoulders, behind you if you want to. And then I want you to just stop, settle, stay, keep your hips nice and still. Same movement, but keep your eye gaze forwards. So no looking over your shoulder, and a big push pull. So slow it down and pause. Slow it down, pause. And you should feel that into the ribs, the waist. Excellent. Lovely. And then back to your march. Lovely. Okay, let's tap. Step tap. So seated, it's a tap out if you can, if you're able to. Just a step together, but a tap. We're not actually putting the weight on that second foot. It's tapping and moving. Tap and step. Good. Lovely. Excellent. Keep going. So we're going to lift the feet, the legs. So lift and lift. So working through the hips now, getting the hips nice and warm. So lift the first leg up and over, second leg up and over. Seated, that's it, same. You can lean back if you need to. Good. Lovely. Knot. Excellent. Okay, slight change. Step towards the back of my chair. I'm going to take 1 foot forwards and I'm going to tap in, step back, step forwards, tap, step back. In seated, just tap one leg forwards and lean in. So you're stepping, tapping and balancing, stepping back. Step, tap, and back. Step, tap, and back. Good. Okay, can we hold it here? Weight through that front leg, and then just tap. So your whole weight is on one leg, and just tap that foot back. If you're holding onto the chair, it is just that foot moves forwards and backwards, okay? So your weight is through that front leg, that knee is slightly bent, and we're just tapping. Lovely. Good, and then march it out. We're going to change sides. Oops. So I'm going to step tap, step back, step tap, step back. You okay, Jenny? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay.
Well, Jenny's doing
Just
really
having
well
a little
today.
rest. Step tap. Again in seated, little tap. Just forwards and back. Good. If you need to hold onto the chair, just a tap and a step, or a step back and forwards. So adapt it to what you need. Okay, we're going to keep with that weight forwards on that front leg. So here, and we're just going to tap, 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 forwards and back. So loading weight through that standing, that supporting leg. That's it. Keep breathing. It's quite tough on that supporting leg. There's a lot of weight through it. But it's good for your bones, it's good for your muscles. And then have a little march. Just gently lift those heels to recover and come out of it. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, lovely, you're up, Margaret. Fabulous. Do what you can. Excellent. Okay, let's come into a little knee lift. So lift that knee up in front and then the other. If you want to just work on one for now, you can, but I think it's easier to lift. So we're lifting in front. I'll show you from the side. Lifting up in front, but still trying to keep your body upright. Okay, still lifting through your chest. Still thinking about posture. In seated, this might be quite tough now because you've done a lot of leg lifting. So feel free to rest back in your chair and and do it seated, sitting back in a reclined position or rest out. That's it. So we're not fast, we're quite slow here, quite targeted into the fronts of your hips. Lovely. And try to really focus on not coming forwards as you lift. You might not be. I'm just getting you to think about that whole leg lift. Good. Fabulous. And then have a little rest. Just swing your hips side to side. Just side to side, just to release off. That's it. Good. Okay, let's come into the opposite. Let's squeeze the heel towards the bottom and then the other side.
Yeah, I was thinking about the cushion between the back, at the back of your neck, back.
Between what?
The cushion behind your knee.
Oh,
squeezing hamstrings.
Oh, I didn't set them up with a cushion. I was going to do that seated, but. So it's just a squeeze of that heel towards the bottom. If you're sitting, take the leg back a little bit and squeeze that heel towards the back. Lovely. So a little stretch out through the fronts of the legs, squeeze into the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Good. Oh, you'll be really disappointed with me. You haven't got the song today. You haven't got the 12 days of Christmas. Ah. Should we send it to
Margaret's
you?
going.
We'll send it to you and you can practice. Beryl's like, thank goodness for that. She hates it. I could sing it to you. Helen could sing and I'll do the actions.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
she's like, no, don't you dare.
First day up.
Right, take your feet wider than your hips into a knee bend. So turn your toes out if you want to. And let's just bend the knees. Stick the bottom out and squeeze to push up. In seated, that's it. It's your little lean forward, your bunny hop. And you might only be able to do a couple if you're sitting because we've already done this. You can hold on. Big squeeze of the bum at the top. Big squeeze. Send your knees out. So try not to let your knees come in. Eye gaze kind of drops with you as you sink down. You're not bending forwards. It's like a little concertina, folding and pushing up. Fold and push. Da da da. Lovely. Now, I'm going to let you into a secret. Some of our Pilates ladies don't watch the videos. Do you? Do you? Well, we're going to send you videos for the Christmas holidays so you don't miss us and so you can keep moving and rest. Wiggle jiggle those hips side to side again. Lovely. And we're going to come to the wall. Do some little balance things and some strength exercises. So we're going to the wall and we're going to do press-ups, regular press-ups, and then we're going to do tricep press-ups, and we're going to do side press-ups, and then we're going to do toes and heels. So let's start with press-ups. So take your hands really wide and about between shoulder height and about shoulder height, and then send your elbows out wide. Allow your body to come towards the wall and push off. So spread your fingers out, push down through the middle finger as you push your body away. So your elbows are nice and wide. If you're seated, you could push your hands together and release. Push together. If that's too much, you can take your hands forwards and push, because I know that can be a bit awkward on your wrists. Push, or push on your legs even. So what we're trying to do is get some weight bearing through your hands and wrists It's really important to keep those wrists strong, the arms strong, and that flexion through the wrists as well. And wrists can get really arthritic, uncomfortable and sore, but it's important to keep as much movement as we have in them rather than letting them seize up. Okay, can you hold it down just for a couple of seconds and then push back off? So allow your body to come to the wall, hold it there, and then a big push off. And let's do a few more. Hold it down, big push off, hold down, and a big push off. Lovely. Take your hands off and just give them a shake. Stay where you are, because we're going to just come into triceps. And just wiggle out your fingers, shake out your fingers. And then hands come in narrow, so you need to lower your hands so they're about your belly button height, and then allow your whole hand to come onto the wall if you can. Then your elbows come down towards the floor and a big push off, and step away from the wall if it's too easy, or step closer if it's too hard. Just find that position that's right for you. So lower, lower, push back, lower, lower, push back. Keep going. And we're going to lower down and hold it there. So a gentle pause, or not gentle, a small pause, and then a push off. Lower down, pause, push off. 2 more if you can. Lower down, pause, push off. Last one, lower down, pause, and then roll out the wrists. Stay where you are. One way and then the other. Cool, you can feel that in the wrist, can't you? Let's come side on. So just let your hand, no, not your hand, your shoulder, lean against the wall. In seated, we'll give you some options. Let me just direct everybody in standing. So standing, your outside arm pushes against the wall, pushes your body off, and slowly, that's the key, is slowly lower back on. So you're not just allowing your body to drop on, you're using the strength in your arm to allow you to push off and pull and lower back down. That's it, Margaret. Yeah, so Margaret's in seated, Margaret's pushing away, and actually that's a really good movement because you're getting that movement, that cross over the body.
Practice, yeah.
Yeah, across, so pushing across, and it means that you're really working the shoulder movement into the movements that you need without adding on to. I know what I mean.
Does anyone know what she means?
I know what I mean. That's it. And let's swap sides. So other shoulder against the wall, outside arm, hand pushes onto the wall, push your body off, slowly lower back down. Push off, lower back down, push off, lower back down. Keep going, let's do a few more. That's it, yep, there Chris, lovely. That little side or that other movement, pushing across. Working through that mobility through the shoulder, which is really important. Fabulous. Okay, have a little rest. We're coming backs to the wall. Or you can start, if you're standing and you want to be by the chair, you can be by the chair. In seated, we'll give you options. So, first of all, we're going to come into that toe lift, so the toe raise. Seated, you're lifting your toes, either together or one at a time. In standing, we're lifting the toes. You're keeping your body in alignment, so nice long body, and then you can always rest on the wall if you need to. So keep breathing, and it can be a bit scary, this one. And we're just lifting the toes, balancing and coming back onto the whole foot. So just for a couple of seconds if you can. And lower down. This is great for lifting your feet up, picking your feet up, your toes up, but also for balancing. So, and you can hardly see me moving. I'll show you from the side. So I'm going to lift my toes. And it takes a bit of practice and confidence, doesn't it? Because one might lift up higher than the other to start with. It's quite strong into the shins. And feel confident that you've got the wall there behind you. Lovely. And then just lift the heels, stretch out the fronts of the feet. And then we're going to face onto the wall. So we're going to come into the heel raise. So feet are hip width apart. You can have your hands on the wall if you need to, or you can be at the chair and do it. Or if you're sitting, just lift the heels. So I'll demonstrate at the wall. So it's a heel lift, rise and lower. Rise, lift those heels. Remember, weight through the big toe and the second toe. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep going. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Okay, slight change. We're going to turn the toes out and then lift and lower. Ooh. We won't do too many here. Keep going. So in seated, lift, toes are out, heels are in. And then just march it out. Heels are out. Big push, lower down. Big push, lower down. Push, lower down. Push. And rest it out. Come into a seated position. And let's have your tins, cans, soup, whatever you've got close by. And let's work those arms. Oh, we could have done my song because that's 5 gold rings, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Okay. So hold on to your tins or your cans or your band. That's it. If you've got a band, pop it under your legs or just have it loose. And let's lift one hand and then the other, so alternate. Now I want you to not just lift it, because I can just lift it and that's quite easy. Squeeze. That's what adds on. Or if you want to get something heavier, you can drop your shoulders and just let them relax down. So all the movement is in the muscles in your arms. The palms try and stay facing in for now. And then we're going to turn the palms up, so it's a big squeeze. Lower. Squeeze and lower. Lovely. Squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze. Good. And then we're going to drop both hands down onto your laps. And then we're going to take your hands up and out, down and in. So they come out together, squeeze the tins or the cans as they come out. And what I want you to do on the next one is squeeze the shoulder blades together as well. Can you feel the difference there? So you might think, oh, it's only a little tin. But actually, you're really working the muscles, the shoulder blades, if you squeeze as well. Lift and squeeze, lower down. Lift and squeeze, lower down. Da, da, da. And last one, lovely. Okay, hands come together. This is one of my favourites now. We're going to make that little half a smile. So come down and squeeze. Lift the elbows. I'll show you from the side, and I'm still lopsided. So it's a lift, like you're on a motorbike. So you're ready to rev here. Okay, in, ready to rev. That's it. Are you squeezing your tins? If it's uncomfortable to go that high, just go where you're able to. That's it. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to lift, lower, So lift, up and out, lower. So starting point is on your motorbike. Lift, lower, lift, good. Lower, can you do a few more? Lift and lower, lift, good. And rest those arms down. Roll out your shoulders. Good. Okay, arms come forward, so to your knees, and then we're just going to lift one to shoulder height and then the other. So long arms, extended arms. So the movement comes from the shoulder. That's it, lovely Jenny. Good, so just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Good, so one at a time. Go lower if you need to. Okay, let's lift both together. So lift, lower, lift. So try not to drop onto your knees this time. It's just a little gentle tap and then come straight back to that lift. Tap, lower, tap, lower. How does that feel? That's a front raise. Rest, rest. Ooh, wiggle jiggle. Okay, get your brains going. So we're going to lift one and the other hand comes to the chest. Lower down, lift the other. So it's like, that's it. Lift and pull, push. Lift, pull, push. Lift, pull, push. Oh, you've got it. I underestimated you all. This is called a Mac raise. And people in, I know, I don't. What's a Mac? Mac raise. I don't know, unless it was somebody who designed it. And people go, which arm goes where? That's it. Couple more. Mac raise. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. You'll wish you had 12 days of Christmas. Rest. Wiggle those arms out, shoulders out. Arms drop to the side. Let's come into a lateral raise. So it's a lift to the sides, only as high as you can. If you can just go there, that's fine. You don't need to. Thanks, Stuart. Yeah, what we don't want is that lift of the shoulders. Keep your shoulders dropped so the whole movement comes from the tops of the shoulders there. So try, if you can, keep your arms nice and straight, nice and long. Drop down, lift, lower, good. Ooh. Fabulous. Lift and lower, last one.
Mac raise, incidentally.
Yeah, rest.
Named after legendary New Zealander Paul McDonald, who developed the exercise for training kayakers.
Oh.
The abs track provided equally challenging. So yeah, it's actually it is typical to Les Mills.
There you go.
So it's named after a Les Mills person.
Yeah, we used to do it in Body Vibe. How are your arms feeling? Are they okay? Should we do some little maracas? Shaking my disinfectant or your soup up before you have your lunch. Little shake, so big squeeze. Are you squeezing your tins or your cans? I hope so. Getting your arms nice and warm. Lovely. Okay, we're going to go shoulders, air, shoulders, hips. So shoulders, up, shoulders, rest. Shoulders, up, shoulders. We should do head, shoulders, shouldn't we? Knees and toes. So you don't need to send your arms right up. You can send them forwards and out, which might be a bit nicer on your shoulders. Up and forwards, in and down. That's it. Squeeze your shoulder blades as they come back down. So slow it down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here. Rest. In and squeeze the tins, push, down, squeeze the shoulder blades, down. That's it. Keep breathing. Da-da. In and up, down. Lovely. Excellent. Roll out your shoulders. Lovely. Good, good. How are your shoulders feeling? Arms achy? Done enough? Drop those tins down. Let's do a little bit of Tai Chi. Let's do it. I'll do it seated. You look tired. You are tired. So, one foot in front of the other. And we're just going to float the hands one side and then backwards a little bit. So, normally we go side to side. This time we go into the diagonal forwards and pulling back. So imagining you've still got that ball, pushing and pulling, but guiding it.
I'm going to have to say, Margaret's hands look really beautiful when she was doing that though. Very elegant, experienced.
So nice
Lovely.
and slow.
Cliff's looking, yeah, slow guys. Really super mega slow this down.
Relax your shoulders. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take it a bit wider. Bring those feet in so that your feet are wide, side to side. Still with your chi ball. That's it. Lovely. Take the other foot forwards and we guide that ball forwards. Pull it back to the diagonal. Push forwards. Pull back. Push forwards. Pull back. Relax, relax your shoulders. That's it. And then come to centre. Take your feet wide. Wiggle off your shoulders, bring the fingers together, just lift to chest height, drop down, push down. As if you're pulling through treacle. And breathe out as you push away. So breathe in. Or just go with your own breath. Sometimes it makes you cough or a bit anxious if you don't want to breathe at the same time as us. Lift. And lower. Relax your shoulders a little bit more each time. Okay, we're going to bring one hand down as the other hand pushes up. Swap at the top and bottom, lift, push, pull. Lovely. So like you're cupping something in your hands. Not that. Lovely. Gentle, slowly. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Okay, we're going to scoop up. Fingertips, thumbs together, push away. Scoop up. Push away. Push. Lovely. Great. And then just rest it there. Rest, rest. Excellent. And just make yourselves comfy in the chairs. Just rest into your chairs. Settle. Rest your back against the chair. And close your eyes if you can. Can we just turn the music down a bit, please, Owen? Thank you. Just breathe. Long, slow, deep breaths in through your nose. and out through the mouth. And just feel where that breath lands. Where does that breath finish? And when you feel that breath at the end of the breath, just take a pause and then breathe again. On that breath out, at the end of the breath, take a pause and then breathe in. And on that pause, you might be able to feel your heartbeat. Steady and rhythmical. And just feel your body relax with each breath. Relax your shoulders, all the muscles in your face. Muscles in your bottom, your legs, your thighs. Relax right down to your toes and all the way back up to the top of your head. And just breathe. And just notice your body. How does it feel? Does it feel relaxed now? We're going to start moving toes, but if you want to stay relaxed and quiet, then do. Otherwise, use your fingers. Have a deep breath and a sigh. Have a stretch and a yawn if you want to. Oh, open your eyes, roll your shoulders. Bring some movement to your bodies. And then give yourself a little round of applause. Well done. Hope you're okay. This is the last Totter before we finish for Christmas. So if you're joining us for Move More, we'll see you on Monday. If not, see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good Christmas and New Year. Stay safe, be healthy, keep moving and eat well.